guys, here I am once again with another Halloween tutorial. Obviously I created a wolf. I used basically the same ears as I did my fox, except for they're supposed to be wolf ears, and again they're too big. They look like rabbit ears, so I don't really recommend using these. It said wolf ears on the package, but that was determined a lie. I'll find some wolf ears on Amazon or something and link them down below if you're interested. This look was a little bit more in depth to create just because I created all the little furry lines. And then I did some claw marks, which you don't have to do. I just wanted to make it look like the wolf got in a fight or something. I don't know, something gory rather than something cute. Anyways, we're gonna jump right in and get started. Don't forget to give this video a good old thumbs up before you leave, and let's go. Okay, jumping right in, I'm going to prime my skin with a little bit of Scandinavia setting spray, and then I added a thin layer of foundation, which actually turned out to be pointless, so you can skip this step if you want to. For some reason, I thought it would be necessary. So I'm going to go in with this concealer palette from Morphe and grab the lightest shade, which is basically white. I'm going to start messily outlining areas that I want to be lighter. This does not have to be perfect. Basically, I'm going around the nose, the mouth, the chin, and a little bit of the cheek area. Then I'm going to do the eyelids as well and a little bit around the eyes. Again, I'm just adding a really thin layer just to kind of outline what we're doing here. Then I'll grab a touch of this black color from the Lipstick NYX palette and then a little bit of this darker brown shade. And again, I'm just outlining the areas that I want to be darker so I kind of know what I'm doing whenever we're going to add the detailed areas. I am just using a dampened sponge to do this with, and then I am going to go over the bridge of the nose and just around the cheek, trying to draw out what I think a wolf would look like. And by the way, I wanted to say, if you don't have these palettes at the dollar store or at the Halloween store, they have the cheap little face paints for like $2 each. You could grab like a brown, a black, and a white one. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to lighten the forehead area and drag it on down the nose just the same way with the sponge, and just adding a really light coat. Okay, now we're going to get a little bit detailed. I'm going to grab some black liner and I'm going to line the eyebrows. It did cut off me doing this some, but that's okay because we barely did the eyebrows. You'll see in just a second. Basically, I just added a little bit of the black liner to my eyebrows, and then I'm going to start filling in and detailing out the areas that I lined out to be darker with the black eyeliner because the eyeliner just showed up better. Okay, so now we're really going to do the brows. I'm going to take this little flat brush from Sigma and I'm going to flick upward, creating the furry brows. The lighter hand you have and less aggressive hold you have on the brush, the easier and nicer your flicks are going to turn out. So really lightly grab your brush. Then I'm going to do the same thing and kind of flicker it around the areas that are dark, just all around the eyes, and then I'm going to do all around the mouth area too in just a second. I'm going to grab the browner shade and just flick upward all around the forehead, giving the illusion of fur, and then I'm just going to create streaks in the product that we already have on our face without creating or adding more product. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab black and brown, mixing it in and just flicking it all over my face, giving the illusion of fur. This does not have to be perfect. We're going to go in and add a lot more detail. Because I need it to touch up and make it a little bit more white, I'm going to grab this face paint from, I think it's from Target, and a little brush. I'm just going to detail and add and make it lighter in certain areas that I want to be lighter, and basically I'm just touching up. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in the whole entire lips with black from the Lipstick NYX palette. I'm also going to take the corners of the mouth and kind of draw a line upward, giving the illusion of doggy lips. For some reason, I'm not doing that right now. Right now I'm going in and adding a little bit of white. Really the key was layering, going back and forth with colors to give the illusion of dog fur and kind of give it like that gradient feel. And now I'm going to take this little teeny tiny like pin brush. Like if you can see the bristles on the brush is so tiny. I'm going to dip it in the white and just flick all over my face, just making sure I'm flicking the fur in the same direction, not going in opposite directions. So here I'm going vertical, and then I'm going to go out around the mouth to give the illusion of dog fur, and this is what really added the detail. Now we're going to add that little puppy dog fox nose, and I did use the black liner, and if you notice the nose comes up a bit higher than it did my fox nose, and the liner is a little bit more bold, which I wanted the nose to be pretty bold and black, and then I covered the whole bottom part of my nose. I do go down the lips, but instead of going down the center of the lips really harshly, I just kind of pat it to make sure it looks nice and soft, and that way it gives the illusion of a little bit of fur. And this is the part where I go up on the lips just a little bit, not too much, with kind of a pointed slant, because you know how a wolf's or a dog's mouth opens up way wider than a human's, so that's what I'm trying to do here and create that illusion. Then I'm going to go back in with that little flicker brush, and I'm going to flicker around the nose, just making it look like I have a little bit of fur around my nose. And then I'm going to take some of the black liner, and this is what really made it look cool. And I'm going to add that right around the areas that the dark and light meet, just to make it look like a little bit of fur. And basically I go around the eyes, around the mouth, just around the whole face with the dark color. And I really think that that made this look. And by the way, I am using a super light hand holding this, and I'm just going to flick upward, and it just was so quick to do this part. It was really detailed, but it turned out to be really quick to do that part. And then I'm going to line all the way around my eyes, just like a fox eye, and I kind of do like a small point on the edge, not really giving a cat eye because this is a dog, not a cat, but just kind of trying to give that dark rim that a dog or fox has. And I'm also going to point it out in the inner corner of the eye to get that illusion that a woofie has, that little sharp point in his eyes. The colors did kind of melt a little bit, so I do recommend setting them with a powder, which I did not do. Do you see the white on my eyelid? Ugh, it's driving me crazy. Anyway, so then I do go around the mouth, making sure there's no nice sharp lines, make sure everything is nice and like blended and gradient. Now I'm going to create those little cuts on my face. So I'm going in with some latex, and I'm just going to pile this on in 4 lines. I don't make them straight, I just kind of make them rigid across the side of my face. You don't have to do this part, it's completely optional. This whole thing is optional. I mean, if you want to be a wolf or not. Anyways, I just pack it on, I let it dry for like 20 minutes or so, and then I took like a sharp pointy brush, and then I kind of drew little lines in the center of it just to make it look like that's where we're going to put the blood, make it look like I have some cuts. While that's drying, I am adding a little bit of mascara. Do you see where the black smudged? I should have said it. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of fake vampire blood. Wolves and vampires, that does not go together. Anyways, and I'm going to set it right into those little creases that I created on my face. And that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a big old thumbs up if you did. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.